Hello my fellow guardians, welcome back to the channel. What I'm showing you here is the world's most epically difficult jumping puzzle to get a dormant siva cluster. Now this is in the new social space in the Iron Temple, and when you actually make it to the top it gives you a really nice view of Felwinters Peak. But believe me ladies and gentlemen, this is by no means a simple jumping puzzle. Now I have edited this heavily, very heavily, but it is a ridiculously hard jumping puzzle if you don't hit certain areas correctly. If you don't hit the points where you need to hit them, you will disappear off and you will be throwing your controller through the screen. So what you are watching in the background is my little guide, if you will, to get you all the way to the top, which you will find a little campfire, and then you will find said dormant siva cluster that you need to find. Now atmospherically it's a brilliant jumping puzzle. I love things like this. It reminds me of when you do or when we all used to try and do the glitch on Crota on the bridge section, where you would all jump on the rock face and up onto the top of the building on the left hand side to make everything despawn, if you remember those days, trying to get yourself across. So it's a bit reminiscent of that, and learning when to jump and how to do it. Obviously because you're in third person it makes it a little bit more complex because you have to judge angles. This little section here is quite difficult if you're not out to the right enough. When you try to land on that rock section, if you aren't out to the right enough, you'll just hit the rock and fly out. And believe me, I did that many a time, to the point where I wanted to punch a puppy. It got that annoying. But you can see there's loads of little rocks and crevices and outposts and little bits and pieces that you need to get to. The mistake that I was making when I was trying to do this was I kept going all the way to the right, and what you kind of need to do at the start is you go kind of up the middle to the right a bit, and then you come all the way to the left a bit, and then you come all the way right back on top of yourself again. But it is, like I say, a very difficult jumping puzzle to try and do. It is epically hard when you try to do it, but it's very worth it at the end, I think. And I'm not kidding here, it probably took me the best part of an hour to do to get it right. You'd get to a certain point, you'd get giddy and think, yeah, I'm getting close, and then you would literally just not hit something right and you would slide off. If you wait till the end of the video, once I've got the dormant siva cluster, you'll see some outtakes. Luckily I didn't have my mic plugged in at the time, because if I did, the swear words that are in there, there'll be a hell of a lot more choice than than the ones that I actually put in there. But once you get there, it's absolutely worth it. I think if you do it flawless, for want of a better phrase, you'll get to where you need to go, roughly speaking, in about 6 minutes from start to finish, give or take. Just sort of taking your time and looking around and making sure that you get to where you need to go. So the closer to the top that you get, there's just some little bit more kind of edgy bits of this where you think, surely I can't land on that bit. I'm sure that I can't. I'm absolutely certain that I can't whatsoever at all. But luckily I managed to do it. And I need to give a big shout out to Shortbread, who very patiently, in between pissing himself laughing, guided me up to the top and where to go and how to do it and how to get it. And then once I got to the top and I wanted to enjoy the view, the son of a bitch decided that he was going to come up behind me and push me off. Luckily I'd gotten the dormant siva cluster at the time. If I hadn't, I probably would have got in my car, drove to Manchester and punched him in the tip of his penis, to be honest with you. I would have been that stressed out. But you can see here how kind of overtly complex it can sort of appear to be when you're trying to reach certain sections or get certain jumps done. It's kind of really surveying the area in terms of where you need to be and sort of how you need to do it, for where you need to jump, and if you need to run and jump, or if you just need to jump. And there's bits where you think, I'm so not going to jump high enough to get onto the platform that I need to get onto to be able to get this dormant siva cluster. But luckily, like I said, a few attempts, about an hour's worth of trying, and we eventually got there. My knees were weak, my palms were sweaty, as Eminem would say. But you can see here we're getting closer and closer to the finish now, so we're not that far away at all from actually finishing it off. So it's just brilliant. And like I say, the atmosphere on it is excellent because you are so high up. You actually feel like you're high up, and I play this on a massive TV screen, so it kind of adds to the atmosphere of it all. But you can kind of see here, this little jump here, you can make it. It'll feel like you can't, but you can just run and jump. It's the easiest way to do it. And you're going to see here in a second, we make it to the top, do a little dance, and I've got it. And I am so happy, and I am so pleased. I go and pick up the cluster, and Shortbread decides that it's a really good idea to push me off. Son of a bitch. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you found it useful. If you've managed to do this, let me know in the comments below. I found it really tricky, but it was worth it to get it in the end. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you have enjoyed this video, please also don't forget to click that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for a couple of outtakes, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.